Hey, yo, it's Noku2 here with another comic haul. First, as always, I want to thank everyone who takes their time to watch my video and post a comment. I appreciate it. Um, so, I know I posted one earlier today and I'm just off, so I'm making another. So, let's just get started. What we have here is excuse me, Wade Wilson Deadpool #1. It's the Andy Granoff cover variant. I don't buy a lot of Deadpool comics. He's okay for me. I mean, I know Ryan Reynolds has kind of made him pop culture popular, but that's really it. I mean, he's an okay character. I don't know what else to say. Maybe it's because I just am not a big fan of Rob Liefeld, but anyway, there's that cover there, and then I really like this cover here, the sideways David Yakaname Deadpool cover. I don't know, something about the sideways covers for comics. I kind of gravitate to. I like the uniqueness of them. There's not a lot of them like that. But anyway, this is not quite Negative Space. It is David Nakayama. Great looking cover. I think it's one of those ones that you hold on to, and it being an all red cover, it may be hard to find in near mint in a while. And so we'll see. We will see. Sticking with the side variant, I went to there's some guys that do this annual garage sale about an hour and 20 minutes away from me. They always have great deals. They treat you good. They give you discounts. One of my favorite sellers there, he always treats me well. I've found many books at these sales, and I've talked about them in my videos. He was having this sale for us where you fill up a short box, and he actually gave you a short box for $50. So, or it's $1 a comic. So, anyway, I really like these Darren Cook variants. Now, these are probably from the New 52 Green Lantern. I think this Green Lantern one is my favorite one that he did. There's something about the color scheme that really is eye-catching for me, and I've picked that particular comic up every time. I mean, as we know, Darren Cook passed away. There is a very interesting I think it's on Amazon documentary about Darren Cook and his contribution to comics and how he struggled at first to get work because of his personality, but and his art style, and he was unwavering in how he was going to draw. So I kind of started to respect his style even more. Obviously, he's famous for Batman the Animated Series, but I really do appreciate his art style even more after that documentary. Teen Titans, New 52, #5, another side profile cover. Great looking cover. Never seen that before. I know I picked up a couple others, but I haven't found them yet to bag. These two, and so again, that was a $50 for a short box. I really didn't have a full short box full of comics that I wanted. I've got so many comics, and there was just so much stuff there, and I wanted to get the other sales. So it was probably about $20-30 shy of a full short box. It was pretty stuffed. I mean, it was more than 3/4. So I still think I got my money's worth, because at $1 a piece, you would only get 50 books. And I definitely got more than 50. So, all right. Green Lantern number... I don't have my glasses on. 30, I think it's 39. Shoot, I can't see it. But it is a David Aja cover. Nice looking cover. I do not think it was a ratio cover like this next one. Paid cover price for that on New Comic Wednesday. I did get this on New Comic Wednesday for cover price. It is a 1 in 10. Great looking Poison Ivy cover by David Aja. That had a little heat when it first came out. Stores wanted to sell it right away at ratio. Plus, it was going for about $15. This is a John Tyler Christopher variant cover, second print. The Punisher #1. I'm so tired of them constantly rebooting series, but you know, I do like the Punisher story. So, second print, nice looking cover. I think the only difference between the first print and the second print, there's like this red tinting to the background, and the original is solid black. Batgirl. Shoot, I need to get some glasses because I can't read these numbers. Oh man, hold on 1 second here. Let me see if I can find it there. Here we go. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see here. I'm getting old. Batgirl #18. Christopher Ward variant cover. Nice looking cover. I got that for cover price, which was $5. So I think it was $4.99, and Batgirl's #15 I got because it's a Dan Moore cover. It's trying to do something, you know. It's high grade, nice looking cover. You know, the Dan Moore covers are going for some money. So when I see something for cheap, and it's reasonable, particularly if they have Nightwing in it, because they seem to go for some money, I will pick that up. And so I got that for $5. What number is that? Yeah, 15, and that's from 2025. So now, and that was those two comics in my last video. I talked about a LCS that me and my son went to after the Collecticon, and I had picking those up. Now, this next book is from eBay. So I bought this book only because the seller combined shipping, and so usually if I buy a book that I want, usually it's like an Adam Hughes book or something that I'm buying like one book, and I'm like, well, let me see what else the seller has and maybe get some combined shipping. And if you don't know what this is Adventure Comics 365, right? It's a very early bronze issue with the Legion of Superheroes, Superboy. It's 1968. I mean, this book is sharp. Corners are crisp. The pages were off-white, and I think that's the only thing that probably keeps this book from being a VF plus. The seller didn't try to grade it. He just says it's a nice copy. He had a couple of pictures on it, the front and the back. It looked nice. I think it was listed at $9 or $10. And just based on the picture and the fact that I was going to get free shipping with it because I was combining a couple of books, I'm like, you know what, I'm buying that book. Because that book in that condition, if it was in as good as it looked, and there was no water damage, which I was taking a chance, because he said it's a nice copy, I'm like, all right, I'm buying that book. And I bought that book, and that is in excellent shape. The back is clean. The pages are probably as expected for a 1968 book. They're kind of off-white to, I wouldn't quite say they're tanning, but they're a little bit more than off-white. But it's intact. All the pages are there. There's no chipping. There's no foxing. Staples are tight. That book probably is easily a $20, $25 book in that condition. I mean, lesser grades will go for way more than I paid, $15 easy. But if you didn't know, that is the first appearance of Shadow Lad. And so I was like, that's kind of a low key, I guess you could say. Shadow Lad, first appearance for a Legionnaire. It's well known, and so hey, pick that up. All right, so Venom, New Comic Wednesday purchase by Dave Nakayama. Kind of a semi-negative space variant. Not bad looking cover. Also at the garage sale, I got this. Second print, first cover appearance of Tosin. Black Panther Legacy 200 number 3. Again, second print. That book was on fire initially. I tried to get a copy when it first came out and I missed it. And so I'm pretty sure I missed it. Pretty sure I didn't get it. But for $1, I was like, eh. And in actuality, it was way less than $1 because I got almost short box full for $50. So at the most 50 cents. Actually less than 50 cents because I had well over 100 books in that box. I got this, and I should have 4 of these. I don't know where the other 2 are right now, but Amazing Spider-Man number 583. That's the 5th print Obama issue. You know, at one point, the first print was going for a lot of money. It's cooled down a lot. I mean, we're now in a different era and different time that seems like we're in a twilight zone, but hopefully it will pass soon. That's one of the beautiful things I think about America is that your leaders are leaders if they're elected and you're not, and your candidate was not the one that won. You get a chance to change that in 4 years. And at the most, 8 years if they got reelected. So it is what it is. We are where we are. So as the saying goes. All right. What else do I want to show you? Now this is a variant cover I picked up on New Comic Wednesday by Nobovich. Never heard of this artist before. He just goes by Nobovich. But this is a variant cover for Poison Ivy number 42. Nice looking cover. Don't know anything about this artist, but I did like that cover. There's another cover I have by a Poison Ivy that I got that I really like too. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, I don't know where it is. So we'll come. Oh, here it is. This is variant cover by Kwan Yung Poison Ivy number 41. And that's a gorgeous looking cover too. I really like that cover. I'm getting to the point now where I can't tell if they're using like digital or drawing, because I used to always think Art Germ was just a digital drawer, but it's not. I've seen his website where he's drawing, and he's drawing his. I mean, he's pencil drawing his covers, so that's kind of cool. All right, let's leave that cover up there for y'all to look at. It's a Poison Ivy, man. You know, it's funny is, you know, Poison Ivy has slowly become kind of like a sexy character in DC, and you know, for years she was kind of dorky, I guess, but very exploited character right now, I guess you would say, image-wise. All right, here's another new artist that I really like. I think this cover here, I bought multiple copies of this on New Comic Wednesday. I mean, it just spoke to me. Ivan Talavari. This is Amazing Spider-Man, the current volume, number 23, Legacy 987, number 21. Great looking cover. Mary Jane looking good there. All right, some other New Comic Wednesday purchases. Brian Boland tribute. I don't even know what issue this is, to be honest. Flash, You know, I'm really liking some of the foil covers that look great, and so I'm just, I don't know, I'm a sucker. But I've been getting the Dark Knight Return facsimile covers of in foil because I think they look great in foil. I have the original series when it came out, and Batman Dark Knight #2 in foil looks. I don't think you can really appreciate how nice it looks on video, but that is a nice comic. And the same for this one I bought. I don't know if I'll get all of these because I mean they're like $7. But this one here, the Punisher #1 4-issue limited series that they just went. Actually, I think it starts off as 4, but I actually believe it went to 5 issues. They didn't get it all told in 4 issues, so it went to 5. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to look it up and see. But great looking Mike Zeck cover. One of my iconic covers, favorite cover. I mean, Mike Zeck has some great covers. All right. Now this here, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you ever do this, but sometimes you go into an LCS and you'll, you know, I like it how they're on the shelves and you'll thumb behind them and there'll be a book there and you look at it and like, I don't understand how this comic is still sitting on the shelf. And that's what this was. This was Absolute Superman #1. I mean, this book came out in January 2025. And it is a first printing, #1. My only guess is that they thought, you know, it was a facsimile, but if you look at here, it is the first print. And, you know, what is that book? Probably $25 book, maybe 30. It's not as expensive as Absolute Batman, but the Absolute Superman is, you know, I mean, it's definitely worth more than cover price, so I definitely picked that up. All right, so let's go to some Adam Hughes covers. You know, Adam Hughes is my favorite artist and still wishing him well. Hopefully, I'm sure by now he's had his surgical removal of the colorectal cancer. And I think somewhere I saw that they said it was stage 3, so that means he's going to get adjunctive chemo. So, wishing him well. All right. This is Batman, the last Halloween, the long Halloween, the last Halloween, #10. I totally forgot I had this book. It was sitting in a long box waiting to be bagged, and I was like, oh, Adam Hughes. Occasionally, Midtown will have I shouldn't say occasionally, regularly, Midtown will have sales, and they have a 99-cent blowout sale or 75% off sale, and usually when that occurs, I will look to see what they have, and then I will buy books that I may not have had. And so I didn't even know this book existed. I missed it when it first came out. Came out in December of 2025. And this is Shivers Suspense Stories. Shivers Suspense Stories, Volume 2, #1. Probably because it's an Eclipse Comics, you know, it's just not something that is on my radar to look for. And, you know, got it for 75% off. So the cover price, I believe, is like $6, maybe even $7. I don't know what the cover price is. It's probably on the back of it somewhere, but 75% off. Same for this one. This is the second printing of West Coast Avengers. I'm pretty sure I have this book. I don't even know who the character is on that, but when I did the Adam Hughes type to see, search to see what was on sale, this was on there for 75% off, so that made this book $1.25. Second print. I'm pretty sure I had one, but just in case, I got one for $1.25. This one here, I did not have because I don't think I even recognized it was Adam Hughes. It's kind of hard to tell it's Adam Hughes in my opinion. But this is an Adam Hughes cover. I'm trying to look for where his signature is on here. Oh, there it is. So Adam Hughes right there. This is AH hidden in a billboard. you see it. Let's see. For 75% off, so $1.25 because it's $5 cover. These here, which I did pick up for cover price. This is also from December of 25. Don't know anything about it. Didn't read the book. Only got it for the cover. Nocturnals, The Sinister Past. 2 copies. Orange. Adam Hughes cover. And then this book here. You know, I bag a lot of books, and sometimes I'll take the time to read the book. This is Pablo Villalobos. I think it's a one-shot. It's written by Jeff Loeb, and Jim art is Jim Chung. Batman, Wonder Woman, The Truth. Had no idea what the book was about. I got this cover, and I got I think this is the variant cover, and then there's a cover by Jim Lee. So I was like, let me look at it. And this is actually a reasonable story. I like the story. There's a couple of things on there. I mean, okay. I think the story's kind of silly, but what they did was they tried to explain why Batman and Catwoman did not ultimately get married, and that how he still has feelings for Catwoman. So I like that attempt at the story. It's kind of like they did the story, you know, it's a money grab, cover comic, you know, but it's not unreasonable. It was worth my 5-10 minute read to read that comic. So let's put that way. Sometimes I'll read a book, I'm like, oh man, that wasn't worth my time. All right. So then another Pablo Villalobos cover. Magic Colossus #1 variant edition. Nice looking cover. I really like Rogue covers, and this is a beautiful cover by our dude Stanley Lau, I guess. Stanley Lau. Nice looking cover. #2, that's #1. And I don't think this is the same series because that's X-Men of Apocalypse. This is Rogue #2. Yasmin Putri cover. Nice looking cover. Second print of Spider-Man Noir #1. Have not seen that Amazon series yet, but it is on my watch list. I'm waiting to watch it with my son together. Now, and I really like these logo variants. Anytime there's a logo variant, I kind of will gravitate towards and pick up. And so, this is Nightwing #136. All white cover. It's something you just hold on to. This is the Jay Lee variant. Also 136. It's okay, you know. I took a chance to see if it, you know, if it will one day pay for some of these other books I bought. Now this book here, I like a lot. I like this cover, and I know I have more than this too. This is Nightwing #136, the variant cover by, what's this dude's name? Jeff Spokes. I like that cover. I think it's one of those books that, you know, this just came out, so I think you give it some time, it's going to be, I predict this will be a $25 book very quickly, and maybe even 40 to 50. We'll see. Kind of a speculation on me. And then another Batman variant cover logo, the new logo from the current series. Not bad. I do like the blue and the yellow. You know, if these logo variants, because they're going to all be solid colors, they're going to be hard to stay. Sometimes it may be a comic that's going to be hard to find in their mint without spine ticks down the line. All right. Here's some more Adam Hughes covers. I don't think I showed these last video, so I'm going to show them again. If I did, I apologize. Vampirella #1 is the, I believe that's the original artwork. It's a sketch variant. That's a facsimile. It's not even a facsimile, but it is a reprint of the cover in a sketch variant. Pop Kills #3, Adam Hughes. I did purchase them on New Comic Wednesday, just never bagged them. Nice looking cover, obviously, by Adam Hughes. This here, I did get on New Comic Wednesday. It's Superman Spider-Man variant with Adam Hughes. You know, usually I buy like at least 2 copies of Adam Hughes. I don't know why, but I do. But I didn't buy 2 on this because it was $8.99. And I mean, they printed so many copies of that issue. I figure I'm taking a chance that maybe when Midtown has their, 75%, 90%, 99-cent, sale, that book will go cheaper. And so I picked up only one. I think last time I showed this book, when we went to that LCS after Collecticon, I found the other copies. So I've had more than one copy of this, but I couldn't remember what the grade were because I always found that comic like in a dollar bin. That was in high grade, #10, Adam Hughes, early Adam Hughes. That's from like 1990s, and it was in near mint, and so I was like, I'll buy that just in case it's an upgrading condition. And then they had #9, which I had just got at the warehouse, but I did not have this issue, and it barely looks like Adam. I don't even think it looks like Adam Hughes, but it's credited to him, and so Valor #8. So that completes my Valor Adam Hughes search. And then they had a couple of other books that this one here was maybe $4 or $5. Ghost Handbook. I've got probably at least 1 or 2 copies of that. But they had a book that I didn't know what it was. I'd never seen before. It's clearly Adam Hughes, and that's Ghost. And it's pretty thin. It took me a while to figure out what that book was. I did the eBay search, couldn't really find it. And then finally I found that it was the comic book that came included with the Ghost action figure. And so I paid $5 for that, and I'm really glad to have found that. All right. The last books I want to show are one eBay purchase, and then just some run fillers for me from that $50 short box. So high grade Spider-Man Love Story #1. I bought it. I picked it up because it was in high grade. These are all just run fillers for me that I didn't have. Spider-Man 372. I accidentally picked up 2 copies of this because I didn't need it. 368. This was in there, but it was a nice Arthur Adams cover, so I bought that. 382 in high grade. 416. 402. 380, part of the Maximum Carnage series. Now, this was in VF condition. I would like to have a higher grade copy, but I mean, it's not worth anything, and so I'm not paying up for it. So if I can find it in a dollar bin and it's in higher grade, I'll pick it up, but it's fine for me for now. And then West Coast Avengers 52, part of the, I think it's the Vision Quest saga. And so I got that. And then my last book I want to show is this book here. Amazing Spider-Man number 227. Now, I bought this on eBay. It was in an auction, and it was listed as high grade VF plus, and he only had the front and the back cover. And I usually do not like to buy non-expensive books from a large volume seller. When I say large volume, I'm talking 10,000 plus sales from a comic, obviously comic seller, not someone that's selling a bunch of things along with comics. Simply because I know they're just buying collections, flipping them, and sending them out. And the key books, they take a little bit more time to make sure they're in good condition. I've purchased books like that before where, the value stamp has been cut out, pages all messed up, is water damage, etc. And I'm not paying a lot of money for the book. So for this one, I won this auction. I think it was like $12. Shipping and everything included, it was less than $20. I think it was like maybe $16. And so when I got it, I already knew there were spine ticks on it, right? And again, it's to complete my run. But there's a chip in the corner there, which I didn't realize, which it's actually on the listing. You can see it on the listing. And then there's also a chip in the back. Now, on the back cover, on the image, you can't see it. But retrospectively, you can see there's like a line there, and that's probably where the tear was, and whoever was working in the shop, when they rebagged it, it got snagged, and then it just chipped off like that. It's in worse condition than I would have expected for, it's copper age, I guess, 60 cent. So I contacted the dealer and said, hey, look, I don't need anything from you. It's just kind of an FYI, but I'm not going to leave any feedback. But I just want to know. I mean, I know comic shops are trying to make money, and they're making a living, really. And I told them, look, there's a chip in your corner, and I showed them a picture, and there's a chip in the back. And in actuality, the chip is seen on the front, but not on the back in your listing. And I explained to him what I thought, how that chip in the back occurred. And I said, I didn't really look carefully at because you had to zoom in to find that chip. But once you look at the listing, it's there. But when a store says a comic is VF plus, which I think he only did that because there's too many spine ticks for it to be a near mint minus. Yeah, it should be, it should be intact. It should be there shouldn't be chips missing out of it. And that's why I told him you can't list a comic for VF plus and there'd be chips out of it. And then the box he sent it in was nonsense. I mean, he did send it in a box, but it wasn't sturdy. The book came a little warped. Nothing that, while it's sitting in a Mylar and backing board won't flatten out in a long box. But, I just said, I just want to FYI. I mean, if this would have been a more expensive book, I would have asked for a refund, but and send it back. But, $10 isn't going to hurt me. And so, but it's kind of like FYI. You guys should be more careful, because as soon as this book sold, another one of the same copy, but a different picture, obviously, went on their website or their eBay listing. And I explained to him why, and about how high volume sellers, miss it because they're just flipping books, and also how the box they sent is not a Gemini mailer. It's not even close. It's not worth the expense that they use for that box. And I told him I didn't need any money back. It's kind of FYI, if I'd have seen this book on a wall somewhere for $10 minus the shipping, right? I might have bought it. It's probably second or third appearance of Black Cat, so I might have bought that book. And so in the end, the seller was nice, and he did give me a refund of 50%, which again, that's fine. I wasn't asking for it. I wasn't looking for it, but kind of a cautionary tale of buying on eBay, particularly if you're buying non-key books and they're not expensive. Um, you know, higher value books. I think anything above 40, $50, actually even $25. There should be a lot of pictures posted on that book from different angles, the corners, the spine, the back, the interior, and the day of facsimiles. The interior page with the print number on there should be there clearly, or at least the barcode. That's just my cautionary tale about buying on eBay, at least in my experience. I've bought a lot of comics and things off eBay. I'm sure everybody has been burned on eBay at least once or twice. I have bought stuff and it's been nothing close to what was advertised. Um, that's all I have to say, I guess. It'll serve as a placeholder, probably more than a placeholder, because again, it's not a book that I really is a key, but it was filling my run. I'm probably about 20 books away from completing Amazing Spider-Man from probably early 100s all the way to current issue, all volumes. So that's my haul. I appreciate you watching. Till next time, peace.